first.
Now to our new weekly segment, Ag Weather Watch. This week, meteorologist Kenny Miller breaks down and assesses our overall agricultural situation here and across the state. Take a look.
Ag Weather Watch on KX is sponsored by United Agronomy.
Start things off here, we have our updated numbers for the percent of crops planted for barley, corn, oats, and spring wheat. Now, our pacing for 2024 greatly exceeds that from last year so far, with each of our four crops showing a considerably higher percent of the crop planted so far this year. For barley, for example, we only had 5% of the crop in the ground at this time last year, compared to 23% for this year already. Similarly, for spring wheat, we're already at 32% planted compared to just 9% this time last year. Having roughly 1/3 of our spring wheat in the ground is a pretty large number for just the second week of May. That number is also 12% ahead of our recent 5-year average. So based on the start that we've had, overall we look to be on pace to set a 5-year record for the number of crops planted with each of these 4 crops. So let's do a little bit of a recap of last week's weather. We got some pretty good rainfall totals across the state, particularly in our north central and northeastern locations, with northeastern portions of the state getting in excess of 2 inches of rain in most of those locations. We also saw similar totals in north central areas as well. Now, these rains led to a noticeable dent in our latest drought monitor index, with our northeastern areas finally getting out of that severe drought category, really for the first time this calendar year. Now, we still have moderate drought concerns in those areas, however, coupled with some increasing dryness in northwestern and southwestern locations. Here is our updated topsoil moisture content condition pie chart, showing an increase in adequate topsoil moisture across the majority of the state. Last week we were at 66%, and this week we're at 70% thanks to those recent rains. Comparatively speaking, our subsoil moisture levels also rose 5% compared to last week. We definitely want to continue to see these numbers trending in this direction. And ideally, we want to see our combined total for our short and very short categories be less than 10% across the state. So we still have a ways to go with respect to that, but we're definitely trending in the right direction here this week. So if you look ahead to the next 5 days as far as our rainfall totals are concerned, our expected rainfall totals are not as high as this past week's, with most areas here in our state expected to see anywhere from a ½ an inch of rain, maybe a little bit less in some locations. Now, if we get these predicted rains, our drought monitor will likely maintain our status quo with respect to our current areas of dryness in western and northeastern North Dakota. Now, the good news with all this is our farmers will have ample time this week to continue their record-pacing planting across the state. But we could certainly still use a couple of more good rains, however.
Nice to see some of that blue and green on the map you showed us. So just how much more rain do you think would pull us out of this drought?
Well, this time last week it was about 6 to 9 more inches. Now we're at about 3 to 6. So we've seen some improvements. So another like 3 or 4 inches, hopefully not all at one time, but that's about what we're looking at right now to probably get us out of this completely. So we'll see what happens.
Maybe another couple healthy doses if we can get it.
Yes, definitely. That would
Kenny,
work.
thank you so much, and tune in again same time next week. Coming up on KX News at 6, will we see much more of